enemies, 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 enemies. You're the enemies of my heart and my mind, and my state of mind and flame. You're enemies of my heart and mind and my brain and state of flame. Your enemies, your enemies, your enemies, your enemies. Keep your enemies close and your friends far. Keep my enemies close and my friends far. My enemies come up to me all the time. Enemies are close and my friends are far. The enemies can't say they're my friends. I keep my enemies close as my friends. They're not my friends, they're my enemies. I say to my enemies, they're my friends, but they're my enemies. I keep my enemies close and my friends far. I never see my friends. I keep my enemies close as my friends and my friends far. I never see my friends. They see me, but I don't see them. If I see them, they see me. My friends are far and they stay far. My enemies come close as my friends. My friends are my enemies. My enemies are my friends. My friends are my enemies. My enemies are my friends. I keep my enemies close and my friends far. My friends just see me, they don't say hi or anything. My enemies say hi and everything. I keep my enemies close and my friends stay far. They just watch. My friends just watch. My friends just watch and life goes by watching. My enemies come close and say we're your friends. They're my enemies. They're my enemies. They're my enemies. The word 2pence. The word 2pence. Keep your enemies close and your friends far. What's close to you, your friends, they're your enemies. They're not your friends, they're your enemies. Your enemies are your friends. You make your enemies into your friends. Keep them close. Keep your enemies close. You say you're my friends, you're my enemies. You're my enemies. You're my enemies. You're my enemies. Enemies are close. Friends stay far. Just watch. They never say hi or bye. They stay far away and just watch. They watch you go by with your enemies close to you. Your enemies are your friends. Your friends are your enemies. That's what they say. Keep your enemies close and your friends far. And what's close to you, what rings you all the time, your enemies. Your enemies always say hi. They're your enemies. Your friends stay far. Your enemies stay close. Your family's your enemy as well. Your family's your enemy. They stay close to you. Your family leaves you all the time, they see you all the time. Your family's enemies. Everyone's an enemy. Keep your enemies close and your friends stay far. They don't say hi or bye to you, they just watch. They're your friends stay far. They watch your family enemies and your friends enemies. They keep close to your enemies. Enemies stay close, friends stay far. Enemy on my stay, on mine and frame. Hiltons are my enemies. Paris Hilton, you're my enemy. Kardashians are my enemies. Hilton associations, Hilton friends are my enemies. My family's my enemy and Hiltons are my enemies. Paris Hilton, you're my enemy. I kept you close. If we get married as child, as kids, you were my enemy. I think you came up to me, close up to me like an enemy. 1997, 1996, 1998, some sort of divorce happened in the mist. I was unknown and unannounced and uninvited. And the divorce happened. I just turned up on the last day. Who went before that day to the course? God knows. Imitations of being me, my family brother. Imitating to be me, looking like pretend to be me. Enemies, my enemies come close, my friends stay far. You're my enemies. Hilton hotels, the hotels, shagging hotels. In a hotel, that's shagging hotels. Paris Hilton, what a whore. Enemies, you're my enemies. Enemies of my state of mind and flame. You're my enemies. You're my enemies. Whatever comes up to me is my enemy. Whatever's saying hi to me on the street, try to come up to me and say hello, how are you? They're my enemies. They're my enemies. My enemies are coming up to me day by day. New enemies. Hilton Hotel Association, Hilton Hotel the friends, Hilton Hotel family, Hilton Hotel, whoever knows Hilton Hotels, they're my enemies, they're my enemies, they're my enemies. You're my enemies, you're my enemies, my enemies. My enemies want to say something about me. The press is my enemies. Hilton Hotels, Hilton, Paris Hilton, you're my enemy, you're my enemy. They're all my enemies, they're all my enemies. If you didn't know what enemies were, the word frame, Keep your enemies close and your friends far. What's close to your family, friends, people coming up to you, they're your enemies, they're your enemies, they're my enemies, they're my enemies, they're my enemies, they're my enemies. Peace out, 2pence. Fuck you all enemy motherfuckers.